Angry protests today over animal testing at the VA Medical Center in Cleveland. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Lena Lai. Activists are targeting the VA for its use of dogs in its medical research. Channel 3's Danielle Wiggins joins us now live in the newsroom. And Danielle, doctors say canine research is critical to their work.
Yes, they do, Lena, but that's not stopping a local animal activist organization from trying to put an end to the practice. Activists from the Cleveland Animal Save are targeting one specific case. Now, they say 3 beagle puppies were recently delivered to the Louis Stokes Research Center for experimentation and will be killed after the experiments. That's why about 50 people line the streets around the center holding signs demanding an end to what they call animal torture. They say they have a local doctor offering to adopt the dogs and donate $6,000 to go towards caring for and rehabilitating veterans. The donation amount is what they say the 3 dogs cost Cleveland taxpayers. Cleveland Animal Save co-founder Amy Stewart believes there are other high-tech options like virtual reality that could replace experiments on animals.
There's VR headsets that are being used to learn how the inside of a human body works, and 3D models and computer programs. So there's so many different ways that already exist that people can do research to help humans without having to exploit the animals.
Now, in response, the VA released a statement saying canine research in Cleveland recently led to the development of a device that allows paralyzed patients to breathe without a ventilator, cough on their own, and communicate with a stronger voice, which led to reducing respiratory infections and deaths. Now, they say this advancement would not have been possible using computer simulations or other techniques and technology. Therefore, the VA plans to continue conducting canine research, Lena.
Wow, a very complex debate that will continue. Thanks so much, Danielle.